take from one side to put to the other, or we
mm,
readjust the design to ensure
mm,
that we meet our budgetary agreement.
mm.
And I
Um,
love how that kitchen came out too.
yeah, actually, I was checking on your LinkedIn and I've seen a couple of the posts that you've made there, like the finished product. And I'm
Yeah,
thinking that in this new version, updated versions that we're gonna make, I think it would be really good if we hyperlink to your Instagram so that like words aren't enough a lot of times, like telling somebody, hey, I remodeled, like I turned a 600 square foot space into like a 1600 open space concept, right? And if
right.
a picture speaks 1,000 words in that case. So I think we should definitely include, like, you can check out pictures of my projects, of my work over here, as sort of like a portfolio kind of thing. um would
Do
you
I
be
do
open
that
to
on
that?
the post, or is there a way to do that in LinkedIn aside from posting it?
Yes, you can. I
Oh, okay.
believe there should be an option. There's two ways you can do it actually. The first way is you can include a link to your Instagram. So when somebody opens your LinkedIn profile, they can just see, like, oh, here's a link underneath this experience. Let me just click it. Oh, I'm on Instagram now. The other option is you can upload pictures. So
Right.
underneath desert rehab, you can put down like a before and after picture, and in the description write down, like, this is what the original thing was, this was the project requirement, and this is the after, where I did like all these different things, like rehauled the wiring, installed new fixtures, etc., etc., etc. So you have two options. It depends on what you want to go with.
I like the
One is
photos.
more work.
I
One
don't
is
mind the
obviously
work.
more work.
I actually like it because it refreshes my. I actually don't mind typing out because it gives everybody an idea of like, oh wow, that's this guy is very informative. And I think
Hmm,
in my history of sales, I always like to sell information. I like to
hmm,
provide information and try to sell you just a product because then
hmm.
it's a very honest feeling. So I don't mind
Yeah,
it at
yeah.
all. So the
Okay,
first
and
option is
I,
the one. Go for it.
yeah,
Go.
the
Go.
third option. Actually, I was just thinking, I was just going to recommend that the one benefit of including pictures on your LinkedIn is that it will create a better experience for whoever is checking your profile. Like, it's one less click for them. They'll just click a picture, read, and that's it. They don't have to go twice, like, okay, I'm on LinkedIn, now I'm on Instagram. So that's one benefit.
Right.
Hmm. Um,
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, yeah, I was wondering, like, other than the budget, like, what other headaches do you remember? Like, specifically in terms of, like, was the
Structural.
subcontractor good? Okay, structural.
Structurals are our biggest headache today because clients would like to have open concepts, like creating open concept and knocking walls and making space. The benefit behind that is that you have, if you're a homeowner, you have the ability. It helps you to resell the home because you bring it up to date. Number
Hmm.
two, oftentimes you increase square footage, which is
Hmm.
also a plus. Um, but by doing so, you're faced with a lot of stuff, with other challenges, such as, am I staying within the building codes? So
Ah.
if you take space from a garage, let's just say you're converting your garage into a living space, one of the biggest challenges in LA is that you have to have a bus stop near your house within a mile. If not, you have to build a carport on your driveway, and people don't like
Huh.
that. So building codes are number one when we're expanding and creating square footage in the house. Number two,
Hmm.
structural. In order for you to open up a wall, you need to make sure it's not a load bearing wall. And if so, you have to put
Eh,
a header. By putting a
yeah.
header, you have to increase the cost behind the project because at one point you might have to, um, you might have to secure an engineer or commission an engineer to create the load for that, to provide you with a proper load for that header, for that header to go there, and then the city needs to approve it. That takes time and money to do so.
Mm, mm,
So how do you open up a wall and you say the kitchen was going to be worth 32,000, but now we're at 40, and someone's like, wait a minute, you take
why?
client's going to say you have 8 divided by 32. You just increased 25% of my kitchen for that one piece. And how do you, that's a challenge. So how do you stay within the code? You do the job and you explain the client, well, that header is da 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 da. And then you say, you're not paying me the permit fee. You're paying the city that with
The
your
city.
check with their name. So those are challenging. So how do you, you manage people's expectations and understanding of doing the right thing? So structural has the biggest challenges in a remodel because you have to stay within code. Residential structural changes, I guess we could titleize that. I've been able to stay within and provide a comprehensive explanation to all parties involved. This is what it is.
Yeah. And I imagine it's also pretty difficult trying to talk a client down from what they have in their mind. Like there a lot of times what you have in your head, like this is the vision I have, is it even possible in reality? You can dream, but what's the hard truth of it? And
You,
I imagine that people come to you and they say like, Rick, but can you do this? Just figure out a solution.
that is like the first thing. Everybody has access to HDTV, and they think that you can remodel a house in 30 minutes,
Yeah.
just like it's shown on TV. And people come with all of that, but there's a cost behind it, and they feel that it just doesn't make any sense. So how do you
Yeah.
take their dream kitchen and bathroom and make it into a reality? So
Yeah.
it requires time, it requires product knowledge, and it
Mm,
requires proper accounting methods to show them this is the cost behind all of this,
mm,
and having them understand again, communication. I believe that I'm an excellent communicator with my clients, that I
mm,
am on top of it,
mm,
and when something surges, I'm able to convey and explain to them where we're at and what happened and how much things will cost.
mm,
And when people say, Rick, can you do this? We could do anything. The question is, do you have the time, the patience, and the
mm.
budget for it?
Very well said. Which is like it's you can kind of call it like the trifecta. Like for what you dream, you need all three. If not, where's the compromise? You have to pick.
And there goes the qualification. When I qualify a
Mm,
customer, I ask them, you know, you, are you ready for this transition? How would you like to
yeah.
be communicated with? What is most
Mm,
important to you out of this entire project? Because I
mm,
also have general contractors who are like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. That's not right. I go, well, it's
mm.
not your kitchen. This person wanted
Yeah.
2 banqueted drawers that are 18 inches. Well, that's harder to build, and it's better if they have a 36 because they're able to fit more things. Well, that's not for you to say.
And
The,
on top of that, like maybe like they don't care about that. They want the 18-inch. So like, what can you do?
and they want the 18-inch for resellable purpose because if a male or a female, goes into a house and they count, oh, there's 11 cabinets here versus there's 9 cabinets,
Oh.
then you say there's more kitchen. Oh, it's an optic illusion. Be careful.
Oh. I have never thought about that.
It's an
Wow.
optic illusion. You go in and you see a lot of handles, so you think the kitchen's
Yeah.
big. In reality, it
Oh my
isn't. It's
God.
inefficient.
Oh God. Next time I see 9, I'm gonna be like, that's better instead of 11.
Exactly. Like, why is that? Why do we need 2 9-inch doors? Why can't we just have one that's 18? But then someone could say, well, we needed to center the kitchen sink with a window, causing for this to happen. So as you can imagine, I have learned so much more about construction since the last we talked. It's just it's
Mm,
fascinating the amount of information that I've learned, and
mm,
which then lets me So we're building this resume, and this company is mine. If I go to let's just say you're a builder, and I go and I want to apply with you.
Hmm.
Do you think, because in your one of your questions, you asked me, what are your biggest challenges to get a
Hmm.
job?
Hmm.
Do you think it's like, why would they hire me if I have already gained all this experience? Do they think that I just want to copy their mess?
Mm, no, I don't completely understand the question. Like, are you uncertain of the value that you'll bring?
No, the opposite. I'm afraid, and this is in my head maybe, that
Hmm.
companies may not want to bring me on board because they think I'm just there to acquire more information with them since I'm already in the business.
Hmm. Well, one of the most common reasons that people tend to go from an entrepreneurship mindset back to the private industry tends to be that being your own boss isn't for everyone, right? So that is often an answer that people give, like, I want to be back in the stability of of a private industry job. I It's like I'm wearing like 8 different hats at the same time, and it's very stressful, it's very challenging. I would prefer to be in a job where I just focus on my passion, which is just making sure that these real estate projects are seen from like 0 to 100. So that can be a potential answer for you, and that's valid, because
And
it's
yeah,
just a matter of proving like this is my situation, and that's it.
right. Excellent. Absolutely. Okay, I thought about that too. And another thing I wanted to say, I
Mm,
thought I'd say is because this is true. I want to be part of a group that's doing really amazing things, and by myself, I won't
absolutely.
be able to achieve that. And I actually
Absolutely.
found a company that is,
Mm,
and I'm trying to look for it on my email. I tell
mm,
you, the moment I saw it, I found it through House Magazine, H O
mm,
U Houzz. I was
mm,
so inspired, and I was like, I want to build kitchens like that. I want to learn and be part of those design work. They had so much
mm,
integrity, and that's like the
mm,
number one thing that I'm passionate about. They look so
mm,
professional, at least in black and white, and
mm,
there's so much integrity behind them. So
mm. You should try for it then. Like, okay, Okay, I found it.
you see that question?
No, actually, sorry, I was looking for House, like House magazine. So I have found them. Like, I would say, like, if you found a company where you're like, I like what I'm seeing, make the attempt for it. What's the worst that can happen? They say no, you can try again next time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
and
so
that's where
okay.
the email draft that I send you,
Hmm.
the questions that I like to put like a quick 3 sentence or 6 sentence, and just be as honest as I can be. At first, I said I may not need that from your group because
Hmm.
I just need to be myself and be honest. I mean, I'm a likable person, and naturally enthusiastic about anything,
Yeah.
which is
The
challenging.
Yeah. The
Um, so
only
anyway,
the only tough part usually in any job interview is that, like, you can have such a great personality, you can be a team player, but companies are like very cold, and they're very like value oriented, I want to say, in the sense of like, but what can you do for me? Talk numbers to me, talk value to me, right? So like, I have